Hi Leo, I'm doing the week for September, I think it's the 8th. Yeah, the 8th through the 14th. I did want to let you guys know that I am offering personal readings. Everything you need will be in the description box, and I will also pin my email to the comment section as well. So let's just go ahead and dive in and see what the week has for you, Leo. Also, I want to mention that I'm offering yes or no readings for $4.44. The 3-card spread here with clarifiers that I do here on the channel, $14.44, and then an in-depth Celtic cross for $24.44. So again, if you're interested, all that information will be in the description box and also in the pin to the comment section. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we have for you for the week of September 7th. There you are, Leo. Oh wow, you have 2 major arcanas here. Okay, so give me 1 second here, Leo. Let me really decipher this. Okay, so you have the Page of Pentacles. There could be some sort of news coming in, fresh start with money, career, physical health, definitely exploring something. This can also be a message coming in, a phone call, a new idea, just some sort of news coming in or some sort of message coming in, whether that's through a person or through email, fax, whatever the case may be. But it's definitely regarding a fresh start in regards to money, you know, material things, things of this earth. And then you have the Strength, which is you. You know, you are the Strength card. And whatever this message is about, there's some sort of need for you to have a lot of courage right now, Leo. That's what I'm getting. There's a lot of inner strength that's required. Compassion. For some of you, if you're thinking about where you're going to live or where you're going to move, or if you're going back to work, I think right now that could be what this courage has to do with. You know, if you've been battling a health issue and now you want to go back to work, or you got a message about, hey, you know, you want to come back, you know. It also has to do with the solar plexus chakra, if you're into chakras. So this has to do a lot with like willpower, identity, personal strength, things of that nature. But whatever this message was, this new beginning, for some reason you're gonna need a lot of courage with this. I'll dive a little bit deeper and see exactly why that is. And then coming towards you, you have the World, which is completion, fulfillment. This can also have to do with travel as well. And the World card has to do with, what chakra is that? The World card has to do with the root chakra. So again, survival, grounding, stability. So I think this has to do with, for some of you, you're wanting to put yourself back out there. You have a new idea. You're feeling fresh again. You're feeling like, you know, some of you can have your physical health back, and maybe you're kind of on the fence about things. I don't know. I get the feeling of what's that word? It's kind of like you want to, but you pull back. It's almost like jumping off a cliff. And I won't be surprised if I see the Fool card. There's a little bit of not anticipation, but there's like a I'm not sure, like you're not really sure about whatever this is, and you really need to have courage regarding it, because this is what's going to bring you a completion and a fulfillment. For some of you, it could just be, you know, you having to move somewhere, some sort of travel. But let's see, let me get a clarifier for the Page of Pentacles. What is this message? Oh, this one just jumped out. The message that Leo received, the Magician. You're manifesting something here. So this message or this new idea has to do with something that you've manifested. Some sort of truth expression, you know, you know, because the Magician also has to do with the throat chakra as well. So this is something that you've actually spoken out about, or maybe you're having a conversation about, you know, with it being a message. It could be with a younger person. It could be with an earth sign as well, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But the Magician is manifesting. You know, this person is very resourceful as well. He has all the resources that he needs to manifest the life that he wants. So let's see, why does Leo need strength at this time? I mean, you have a brand new start here, and it looks like it's something that you manifested, but for some reason I'm picking up like I'm still trying to, that word is on the tip of my tongue. There's apprehension. You're apprehensive about this. Let's see, why is that? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacles here. And, you know, with the Pentacles, it's about stability. It's about survival. It's about grounding. And, you know, with it, it's like, what grounds you? What do you need to, you know, what is it that you need for security or stability? 10 of Pentacles speaks of, you know, stable family and foundations. Are you worried that if you make this move, you won't be stable? You know, the 10 of Pentacles also has to do with generational wealth. When the Page of Pentacles finally reaches the 10 of Pentacles, they've reached this stage of mastery, okay? They've literally mastered it to the point where now they can teach or pass this information down, or it become generational. But with you needing strength regarding this, I think you've been through a lot, Leo. And what I'm getting intuitively is that for some of you, you might have been isolated, and now you're coming out of that period of isolation, whether it had to do with your physical health. For some of you, you could be retired. For some of you, you know, you went through something where you kind of were like in hermit mode, and now you're coming out again. You know, you feel enthusiastic about coming out again, but there's a sense of apprehension, right? And maybe because you have to talk about, you know, like, where you been? Where you been? For some of you, you have to kind of open up about everything that you've been through. And I think it's the vulnerability that is giving you a bit of fear, because now, again, 10 is about mastery, and it's about going through things, and it's not just mastering money. It can be health, wealth, spirituality, but there's something here that you mastered. It for a few select of you, it could have to do with you getting a large sum of money and you needing to figure out what to do with it, or maybe you having to figure out how to divide it with compassion here, because strength can also have to do with being compassionate as well. But what I'm picking up strongly is like inner strength here, inner strength to maybe tell your story. You've made it to the end with the 10 of Pentacles, and now you have to kind of tell your story or use what you've gained, this wisdom. That's what I'm picking up from the 10 of Pentacles too. A lot of wisdom, a lot of also inheritance as well. You inherited something that is requiring you to have inner strength about. For some of you, you've been through something that no one else has been through. This can be an illness. This can be a situation. You've been through something that it's not that it's rare, but you've been through something, okay? And it's going to take a lot of strength to feel either good again or share your story. That's really what I'm getting. Let me get a clarifier for the world. What is this completion about? What is this? I do see fulfillment here. Okay. Whoa, I can't take all of these. The High Priestess. Wow. Okay. Again, this is intuition, inner wisdom. I think for some of you, you've been through quite a lot this past year, and you're probably coming out of that. You're probably ready to maybe show face again. The high priestess, she knows a lot, but she doesn't share a lot. That's the high priestess to me. She's very mysterious, but she also has a lot of inner wisdom. So I think for some of you with the world card, it may have to do with traveling, being around people again. Whatever you went through, it's completed, right? And now's the point where you have to kind of integrate what you went through and now moving forward in the future. But it's kind of like, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of that strength to really come out of what you've been through. That's what I'm really seeing here intuitively with the cards. I mean, it is something that you manifested, though. You manifested this. And now it's going to take that strength and that courage to really go for it. Either you want to go towards your 10 of Pentacles, or you've gained a lot and you have that 10 of Pentacles and that wisdom. And now it's time to really share that with the world, share that inner wisdom that you received to the outside world. Let's get the overall energy. What's the overall energy for the Page of Pentacles and the Magician? What is this that Leo, what is this message or this new idea that Leo manifested? Five of Cups. Yeah, there's a sense of lament. You know, with the Five of Cups, it's mourning what's lost, but also noticing what remained. So I think for some of you, again, you've been through a lot and there's still some mourning lingering, some residual mourning. Like you're ready to put yourself out there, but there's still that hit. For some of you, I'm picking up that this might have been an illness that you went through, or just a significant loss, right? And you kind of been through it, like you went through it, you pushed through it, and you're ready to put yourself out there. But there is sort of like a sense of either mourning who you were, what you lost. But I do see here that you are focusing on what's left. But it's almost like, that's probably why that strength is coming out. Let me get a clarifier and the full energy for the strength and the 10 of Pentacles. Why does Leo need strength right now against the 10 of Pentacles? Leo, you got the 10 of Pentacles again. This has to do with your foundation. Are you worried that you aren't going to be stable? Are you worried about like your foundation, your lasting success? Because you got the 10 of Pentacles twice again, and I do see it here. But with the strength, I think what it's ultimately saying is that you have to have the strength within yourself to really go for what you deserve. And obviously here you deserve the 10 of Pentacles because you got it twice. You got it twice. And this also has to do, again, with Pentacles, the root chakra. Really kind of questioning what grounds you, you know? What brings me security? This also has to do with the body and survival. So I'm getting a lot of anxiety around, like, your stability. But you have it here with the 10 of Pentacles. You have it twice. Let me get the overall energy for the world and the High Priestess. What is coming to a completion? And what is requiring intuition at this time for Leo? 9 of Wands. Yeah, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, Leo. You got the wounded warrior here with the 9 of Wands. Okay? This is someone who is just battle weary, but they're standing strong. And it's Wands energy. It's fire energy, you know? And you're protecting your position. So that's definitely the energy that I was getting. Like you're coming out of yourself, but you're not ready yet to be vulnerable. If that's making any sense to any of you. It's almost like, let me put the light here because it seems kind of dark. It's almost like you've been through things behind the scenes and you're ready to come out. You're ready to go after your 10 of Pentacles. You're ready to get your life rolling again, but you're not quite ready to be vulnerable. You're not quite ready to talk about it. You're not quite ready to really go down the road of what happened and explain, you know, everything, because you're kind of still mourning. You're on that half and half where you're healing, but you're not quite there yet. you're ready to put yourself out there, in a sense of you're ready to feel like yourself again, but you're not really ready to kind of really talk about it. And you're in this high priestess energy where you're kind of still being a little bit, you have a lot of inner wisdom. And like I said, she knows a lot, but she doesn't say a lot. Okay. And maybe one day you will share everything that you've been through eventually. So let's go ahead and finish this with an Angels and Ancestors Oracle and close this out. Let me get one more message for Leo to close this out. Wow. You got Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. Okay, let me read from the book here. Honor your inner knowing. Let's see here. That is I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I think for some of you, you're not really saying much, but here's your message, Leo. There's an old pattern rising up in you now, and it's time to deal with it and release it for good. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you like to be. You already know the answers, Leo. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you're being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step, and when you do, the next one will be presented to you. Leo, that's what I have for you. This was a beautiful message. If any of these messages resonate, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and I truly, truly appreciate it. It actually helps me keep track of the viewers, and that way if I have like certain amount of viewers or certain amount of thumbs up, I'll do a bonus based on that. And if you need a personal reading, everything you need is in the description below and pinned to the comment section. So if this is where I leave you, Leo, take care.